Any comments or questions on our appropriations? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of accepting miscellaneous reports,
Any comments or questions on 4? Hearing none.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of reappointments and appointment to the Scioto County Planning Commission,
This rounds out our planning commission board. This would be for JP Picklesheimer. 3-year term, expires June 10th of 24. That's a reappointment. Tony Dingus, 1-year term, expires June 10th of 23. It's a reappointment. Engineer Darren LeBron, 3-year term, expires June 10th, 24. That is a reappointment. Phila Joy, 2-year term, expires June 10th of 23. That's a reappointment. And then the appointment of Garrett Bennett, and he would be filling the expired term of Melissa Spears. It's a 3-year term. He will be the representative from the health department. That term expires June 10th of 2024. Any comments or questions? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of agreement between the Scioto County Commissioners and Horizon for Fiber Services for the Female Detention Center regarding the Scioto County Sheriff's Department.
This item was tabled last week with the question of why Horizon. Clerk, correct me if I'm wrong, Spectrum doesn't cover.
Spectrum was higher.
So Spectrum was higher and
Medford
Minford doesn't
doesn't.
cover. So this is for the agreement between the county commissioners and Horizon for fiber services. It is $500 per month for a 60-month term. Any additional comments or questions on this item? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of resolution establishing a fund for the Eden Park Sewer Project, Ohio Water Development Authority for the Scioto County Sanitary Engineering Department.
Any comments or questions on item 7? Hearing none.
Motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of accepting an amended certificate from the Budget Commission.
Comments or questions on 8? Hearing none.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of request to attend meetings.
Any comments or questions on our request to attend meetings? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter request of equipment transfer from the Scioto County Health Department to the Scioto County Probation Department.
We received a request from Sean Davis of the probation department. There was a safe left behind by the health department. They need the additional capacity for their, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically their evidence. It's an evidence
Property
locker
or something.
essentially. Their safe is full. There was this one that was left over. Comments or questions on this item? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter request from the Scioto County Sheriff for appropriation of funds to hire maintenance and/or custodial for women's jail.
This is a request by our sheriff. They're getting the women's jail cleaned and up and running instead of outsourcing that. And he requested that we go ahead and bring on a maintenance custodial person to help with getting that space clean and ready. Salary would be $15,000, PERS would be $2,200, Medicare $250, uniforms $250, and that is the remainder of the 22 budget. Any comments or questions?
And asking as far as the timing for the opening of the facility, it looks like we're several months away from doing that. I'd like to, if we could, table this for now. I'd like to ask some questions in regards to that timing with the sheriff. as well as his staff, and look at exactly what we may be able to do with work release as far as cleaning and prepping the facility. We could use inmates to do quite a bit of that, and also make sure that, we could even do painting. We can do a lot of things with individuals that are in jail right now. But I'd like to look at this timing on this if possible. I don't know if we need 3 months of
Somebody over there?
yeah, I don't know. We still don't have the final okay of everything. We haven't received funding yet, to my knowledge. I just think we need to maybe just wait a little bit longer before we appropriate monies to be spent.
Well, with that being said, I'll make a motion to table the resolution until we ask some questions and get some answers.
We'll definitely need to do it. We know that
Yes.
eventually, but with zero revenue coming in to the state, and we know that there's going to be that. We talked about that. There's going to be a transition time, and there's going to be some transitional costs associated with it. But I'd like to mitigate that as much as possible because of the unknowns. And I really appreciate them looking ahead and seeing the need. But if we just make sure that we're not going to stretch this out further than what is needed, because we have so many unknowns on the funding, but we're moving forward. It's just the timing. So, anyways,
With that, I have a motion to table.
I would second for now.
Ms.
Yeah.
Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Davis,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of resolution changing a regular scheduled Scioto County Board of Commissioners meeting to another time and location.
This is a resolution to change our meeting, and this is our October 6th meeting of the Board of Commissioners. Regular meeting shall be rescheduled to, it's still October 6th at 10 a.m., but it shall be conducted at Shawnee State Park Resorts, also known as Shawnee State Lodge. Last year was the first time, I believe ever, that we had a office holder summit. It went over really well. It gave us and the other office holders an opportunity to discuss the business of the county in terms of benefits and workers' comp and wellness programs and things that essentially lower our costs, but also giving everybody an idea of what's going on in the county. To this point, we've already had 60 people respond in interest to this. So this moves essentially the location of our meeting that day to the lodge. We live streamed it last year as well and intend to do that again.
And the time, it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock, not
Yeah,
9:30.
yeah.
Sorry. 10 o'clock, not 9:30. So we did push back a half hour. Any additional comments or questions? I do want to thank our clerk for helping organize this. It was a very nice time last year, and we're looking forward to sharing with other office holders again this year and talking about budgetary issues and whatnot. So thank you. With that, can I get a motion?
Motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Ms. Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Davis,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Hi.
And it should be added to know that this is a public
Yep.
meeting at 10 o'clock, so if anybody out in Nile Township or out in that area, other townships are nearby, of course, but anybody can come at 10 o'clock and come to the meeting at the lodge. So it's going to be beautiful. Fall colors will be coming on about that time, so be a nice trip out there, nice day to enjoy the lodge.
And number 13, in the matter of a letter of support for Ohio Valley Regional Development Commission, Safe Streets and Roads Grant application.
This is a letter of support from the commissioners to support OVRDC's Safe Roads and grant application. Just saying, yeah, we support them in going for this grant money. Is there any additional information, comments, questions?
Of course, the intent of the grant is to, the goal is to try to get to 0 deaths on our highways, and that's a big goal. It really is. But through this grant, they're hoping to be able to identify the most dangerous areas of our counties in the region and mitigate some of those issues. So that's the purpose of the grant, and we definitely support that, I think, so. And with that, I'd make a motion to approve that
Second.
letter of support.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of approving payment of the regular schedule of accounts for the various funds, moral obligations, and the then and now certificates in the total amount of $1,336,050.25.
Any comments or questions on 14? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter request for approval to apply for the Ohio Department of Public Safety Office of Criminal Justice Services, State of Ohio Body Worn Camera Grant Program regarding the Scioto County Sheriff's Department.
This approval to apply for our Department of Public Safety, Office of Criminal Justice Services, State of Ohio. This is for body worn cameras for the Sheriff Department. This grant requires no matching funding and an award period of July 22 to June 23. Once again, it's always encouraging to see our office holders go after grants. Even more encouraging when those grants require no match. So thank you, Sheriff Thurman and team, for continuing to find grants that we can utilize to protect our men and women on the front line, but then also comes at no additional cost to the taxpayers of Scioto County. So thank you. Any additional comments, questions? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter request for fund transfer.
Comments or questions on fund transfers? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of authorizing the clerk to advertise notice to bidders for Elks Country Club Dam Slope Repair Project.
This is the bidding notice for the dam project at the Elks Country Club. Gosh, we received this approval for this money last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Commissioner Davis, you've been working this one. We are now to the point, after all of the property transfers and getting it where it needs to go, to now actually bid out this project and also not impact, hopefully, too much of the golf season.
There you go.
I did that.
That's the number one right there.
Yeah. So ideally, the bid will happen, and then it'll be a limited impact to the course and their attendance. Any additional thing you want to share on that, Commissioner Davis? I know you've been working
You
it.
said it. You
Okay.
said it.
I
It's
did it.
time. So now we'll see what happens, and just hopefully several local contractors will bid on this. It is specialized work. I mean, quite a bit of excavation there, but putting it back is key. And there's some very detailed specs that ODNR requires that are built into this, and of course you have to pass a dam safety inspection afterwards, which is critical, and I think everything will, hopefully we'll get through this and get it done, and we'll have a new dam. So hopefully this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and hopefully we'll get this done right. But we definitely appreciate the help of ODNR, the Elks board, all of the individuals that have worked with us on this, and we'll get this. So we appreciate that.
Any additional comments or questions? Hearing none.
Sir, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Ms. Coleman.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of amended resolution regarding the expenditure of American Rescue Plan fiscal recovery funds regarding Market Street Square Park LLC.
This is a grant award, potentially, to Market Square Park LLC. They're a nonprofit. This is for, if you've been watching the media, this is for the park space down on Market Square, essentially the gravel space. You might know it better as the location of where the ice rink normally sits for Winterfest. There is a nonprofit working on developing a true permanent space there. That'll include a splash pad and a stage and food truck row and pavement and place to permanently house well, not permanently, but be able to also put the skating rink there during Winterfest. And we've seen the plans as have been shared with us. They've been shared with the media and some of the renderings. This is for a grant award of $150,000 made possible through the ARPA funds. Appreciate the team down there working once again to develop. We've seen other nonprofits doing this around the county. This is a worthwhile opportunity, not just for a park, but quite honestly tourism. It really is a tourism play. Not just Winterfest, but I think the Oktoberfest will take part down there and some other potential festivals, and they bring in thousands of people into our community every year. So it's just another piece of the puzzle that I think is worthwhile. So any additional comments or questions on this grant award?
I just appreciate their vision and they're willing to do this, and everything that's done down there does prosper Portsmouth, especially the Boneyfiddle area, so we thank them.
I do know that Cider Foundation has supported, some other organizations have already supported. They've already raised a couple $100,000, I think, or more. I don't know the exact number, but their fundraising for this project is well in full swing, and this throws some additional gasoline on that fire to get it across the finish line. Any additional comments, questions? Hearing none.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Ms. Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Davis,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of sub-grant agreement between the Board of Sauter County Commissioners and Market Square Park LLC regarding the American Rescue Plan Act funding.
Since we did pass item 18, this is the sub-grant agreement for Market Square Park LLC. Anytime we award these ARPA grants, these nonprofits, these organizations are held to a very high standard. That requires our sub-grant agreements, that requires federal procurement laws. There's a lot of hoops they have to jump through because we still have to account on the auditing side that the money is going to where we say it's going. So this is the sub-grant agreement to ensure that they are compliant with the rules and regulations around ARPA funds. Any comments or questions? Hearing none.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Davis,
Aye.
Ms. Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye. All right, that is the end of our agenda. Any questions, items on agenda? Nothing on the agenda. Any questions off agenda?
I have one question on the agenda.
Yeah.
From Joshua Lawson. It is difficult for many residents to attend public meetings or even watch online due to conflicting work schedules. Would the commissioners consider moving the weekly meeting to an evening time that is more accessible for people when they're working?
This has been an item of discussion for a while now. It was discussed even back in our organizational meeting in January. We have been doing quarterly, nightly meetings to see what that appetite for attendance is. I can tell you that of the 3 meetings we've had now, we've had a total attendance of maybe 3 people, 2 people.
2.
So I understand the thought process there, but at the same time, we haven't seen that fared out through the trial of having evening meetings. I will also add that the Commissioner's Office is very responsive at all times to any concerns or questions when people reach out to the office, so would encourage people to do that as well. And of course, they're always recorded, and if somebody doesn't have time to watch a recording at their leisure, I would say it's going to be even more hard. It's going to be even more difficult for them to show up at a standard time and try to capture it in a certain hour window. So at this point, there's no additional plans to have evening meetings other than what we're trying with the quarterly meetings. It'll be a discussion once again, I'm sure, at our next organizational meeting in January. All right, any additional comments, questions? All right, Commissioner Coleman, anything to add for the good of the order?
I do want to make a note, Jen, on item 11. I referred to that as the resolution when indeed it was just a
You're right.
request for appropriation. So I wanted to correct
Clarify.
that.
Okay.
Thank you for that clarification.
Welcome. Sorry, I can't talk very well this morning.
That's
I'm a
okay.
little under the weather.
Any additional comments?
Not at this time, sir.
All right, Commissioner Davis.
Yeah, River Days, great.
Yes.
Really enjoyed the parade. Had a lot of fun at the parade. I'm glad it rained right at the beginning, so we got it over with. We got drowned, but it was okay. And we got through the parade, a lot of fun. It was so exciting to see everybody out on the parade route. A lot of great comments, a lot of people cheering, a lot of people doing great things. Exciting crowd. Had a really good reception there. Just so good to see friends, friends, family, everybody out, in this, I won't say COVID-free. It's definitely not COVID-free, but less risk time that we're living in. A lot of people out on the parade route. It was very fun. Thank everybody. I want to thank everybody who came out and partook in the parade. All the different floats, all the different participants. Friends of Portsmouth, their hard work to put on the River Days parade, as well as other events. There was a lot of things going on there. So exciting weekend. It was nice down on the riverfront. Unfortunately, rain was the theme. It seemed like it was almost like rainy days instead of river days. But they made the best of it, and you just push through and you get it done. But they did a good job, and it was a challenge. So kudos to them and all of the volunteers that worked so hard to put on the event for the community. And then also WGM Productions, that's White Gravel Mines Productions, is getting ready for Cavern of Choices. It's coming up in October. Yeah, the last quarter of the year is a very busy quarter for White Gravel Mines and all of their volunteers. The Cavern of Choices will be going on October the 8th and the 15th, those 2 weekends. So anyone interested in that needs to get on the WGM Productions Facebook page and look up all the contact information and get signed up for the Cavern of Choices, because it is a guided tour through the mines. And then Christmas Cave will be immediately following that, and there are a lot of people interested in Christmas Cave. There's a lot of new things happening. I will not tell you what's happening, but there's new stuff that's going to be there this year. So hopefully the local community will support both of those events. And then Chairman Powell, could you give an update on kayak access in Lucasville? Because I keep on getting asked, and I know you're working on it.
Yeah, so we've received funding, of course, $75,000 from ODNR Paddle Grant. We have engineering completed. We are now waiting on permits from EPA and the Corps of Engineers. Anytime you do anything near the water, you should be the key word, and us being government, we will. Make sure that you don't need any additional permits for wetlands, or as you dig into a waterway, you have to have the Corps of Engineers approval. So we're kind of in holding, waiting for permitting, unfortunately, but it is still moving along. We are hurry up and wait, and then once we get this through, it'll be a rush to
Hurry up and
get
do
it
it.
open. Yeah,
Yeah,
hurry up
which
and
will
do
be
it.
winter.
Yeah, so the goal was always to have people in the water this year. That process has just not been kind to that aggressive timeline. We always knew it was aggressive, but so hopefully next year we'll see ours and Portsmouth's access open at the same time.
Okay. And then the restrooms at ETC Park are done. Thank you. I mean, they just did an amazing job remodeling the restrooms, and then the walking trail is coming. It's going to be paved here soon, and everything will be done, and everything will be awesome. And they're already making plans to make it even better, which is really great. Of course, the fly-in occurred this weekend.
Oh, that was awesome.
Wow, they had that entire field lined with campers this year. I don't know how many hundreds of people were down there, but the fly-in was a success, even though it rained. They made the best of it, and they already announced they're coming back next year.
Awesome.
So that's exciting. So, anyways, that's all I have.
I went down Thursday evening and just sat there for about a half an hour and watched them, and it's just thrilling. It really is. There were a lot of them.
I saw how some of them were walking on water on the river, down at River Days. They would come down low and just do this with their feet on the water. I was like, no way. But they were doing it, and it was really, really neat.
I do want to add that I went to the pageant Saturday night, and it was thrilling. And we'd like to congratulate Miss Memford, Miss River Days, and her court.
Miss Bell, yeah.
And boy, it was a production. It just looked like something you see in New York or something. They put a lot of time and effort in
That's
that.
awesome.
It was right. It was very nice.
Awesome.
All right. I have a couple things. First, once again, congratulations to Friends of Portsmouth and the River Days.
Yes.
Weather didn't cooperate. It really didn't bother the parade at all. I know we were in a convertible with an umbrella up for a little bit, so that was fun. But the crowd was still very good, very strong on the parade route. The music they brought in this year, the last act was quite honestly phenomenal. He's probably one of the better concerts I've seen. Chris Higby. He did an excellent job. Embarrassed to say this was the first year that I saw the pageant. We've never done the pageant, and my son got to perform with his theater group there. And the amount of school spirit and everything on display during the pageant was top notch.
And well behaved.
And well behaved. Everybody, yeah, they just cheer and supportive. So congratulations, Friends of Portsmouth. I think this is the second year they've tackled River Days, and they're still learning and doing things. But it was a good showing for the community. They even had the jet ski races and different things down on the river. I want to congratulate Kim Bauer, Visitors Bureau Director, on her retirement. 15 years of service to the county, so congratulations to her. Big shoes to fill, but the board will be having a meeting next Tuesday to kind of lay out what that looks like, what that qualification is, and what the process is to find the next person to oversee our tourism efforts here in Sauter County. And at the last meeting, the board actually voted to live stream all of their future meetings. So if anybody's interested in what that looks like and what that process looks like, that should be live streamed on their Facebook page. So once again, congratulations to Kim. Whitetail Deer Festival is this weekend. It is 3 days of fun. It could be 4, but I think it's 3. Get on their page. If you have a mullet, they're having a mullet pageant. So get out there and show off your mullet.
I don't have time.
Well, you don't have time to grow one.
No, I
they'll
would
have
do it.
adult fund runs. Of course, they always have food vendors and
May have had one when I was
different
15.
shooting competitions and stuff. It's always a good time out there in Raritan, so go support their efforts. We are officially in, I guess, festival season. So as all of these organizations are putting on very hard to plan events, get out and support them. Take the time, take the kids out. They're normally free or very close to free. For people that says there's nothing to do around here, I'm sorry, you're just not paying attention. There's so much to do around here, and there's a lot of groups that are providing that fun and entertainment for families.
And those schedules.
And the
The
schedules.
local happenings app, you can get on there and find out all kinds of
Find out
stuff,
all-
listen to the radio, newspaper. There's a lot of avenues to look up information. And if you're not sure, just look up the page on Facebook. A lot of these events have their own page.
Yep. Also, I want to point out, coming up, I believe it's October 1st, the Otway Covered Bridge Festival. If you want to take in the bridge with a lot of beautiful quilts hanging. Of course, they always have food and vendors, and it's good time music. Also, that same day, same weekend, the Arc of Appalachia is bringing back their Sorghum Festival, John Simon Sorghum Festival. The potential of what the Arc is wanting to do there in the future in terms of Appalachian heritage and festival, it's good to see them bringing it back, and I know it'll continue to get a lot bigger. And then I guess the last thing I'll say is we are in our fall season, getting ready to be in our fall season. Support our farmers. We have a lot of agritourism in the community, so drive out to Otway and visit Hooples and get your apples. Check out Furman's, check out Noble Farms. They have a lot of new features this year. Kindred Ridge Farms. They're in their second season. You honestly make a whole day, a whole weekend of just visiting our farms and vendors.
Local farmers markets.
And once again, relatively inexpensive. It gets our kids out into the farms and exposed to, agriculture, but then also gives you a chance to get a lot of your decorations for your houses and your, get ready for fall. I think that's it. That's a lot. And I know I'm sure I missed a lot of stuff
That's a
happening, but this is my favorite time of year.
Mhm.
Going into the fall is my favorite time of year, not because of pumpkin spice, but just because it's my favorite time of year and the festivals. So continue to support these
Definitely.
organizations, or else the festivals go away. Like if their attendants aren't there, these festivals will go away. So keep supporting them. Keep they're raising money for other items within their communities, and these festivals are a way to pay for those enhancements in our county. So thank you to all the volunteers for those. With that, have a great weekend. If you got a mullet, go out to Raritan and check out the Whitetail Deer Festival. And with that, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Ms. Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Davis.
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.